From roll stock to shipping dock, PARA provides end-to-end material handling solutions for the corrugated industry. Sun Automation Group is proud to be the exclusive representative for PARA equipment, parts, and service in the United States, Canada, Mexico, United Kingdom, and Ireland. The PARA spectrum of equipment has everything you need to maximize the efficiency of your operation. Starting at the beginning of your operation, the vertical roll storage system is designed to save time and reduce errors in the storage and retrieval of corrugated rolls. Inspired by the vertical work in progress storage system, this new solution for PARA removes the need for a human operator, increasing safety and accuracy while preserving product integrity. The entire system, including the racking, is static. The only moving parts are the actual T-carts, which run vertically and horizontally up and down the aisles to retrieve the rolls and return them back to the storage area. This greatly improves operator safety and it highly reduces the possibility of injury. So, when the system puts that roll away, it's going to be stored in a strategic position based on the time of next use. The vertical roll storage system was designed to be intelligent and data-forward. The HMI touchscreen allows you to see details about any roll stored in the system, who the customer is, how many feet are on the roll, the paper grade, the next time the roll will be used, and more. This information can be pulled and edited for every single cell, which is a crucial feature when rolls get damaged and need to be removed from the system. The CRAB system is an automated delivery system that takes rolls from the storage area and transports them to the single facer. It can work in conjunction with the vertical roll storage system or with rolls delivered via a standard clamp truck. The CRAB comes out, squeezes the roll, lifts it up off the ground, pulls it back in, and then walks down the track and delivers it to the single facer. There are no hydraulics, pits, or servo motors. It uses a standard floor track, so very little excavation work needs to be done. The other nice thing about the floor tracking system is that if or when the CRAB system is down for maintenance, production won't come to a screeching halt. The clamp truck can still move the rolls to the single facer during this time, so downtime won't need to be sacrificed. The programming and automation of the unit is what makes it so unique and effective. Similar to the vertical roll storage system, the CRAB can also integrate with your existing ERP, so it knows when to deliver and when to take away the rolls. Every time the CRAB handles the roll, it takes a measurement of the roll size, calculates the linear feet on the roll, and updates your inventory. Depending on the corrugator lineup and number of roll changes, most average corrugators in the US can function with just one CRAB system. With no operator involvement required, the CRAB system is a win on all fronts. Work in progress or WIP goods have just come off the corrugator and needs a place to sit before going to a finishing machine. The WIP storage system is very similar to the roll storage system in that there are no moving parts on the rack itself. This system is also integrated into the existing ERP, with each order stored in a cell that can be accessed from the HMI interface. This enables an operator to see and edit the details of the product in each cell. The system has cameras built into it as well, so as it moves up and down the aisles, you can actually watch the WIP goods come off the corrugator and be sent to the finished goods area. Many facilities in the US use flap WIP storage, which is all one level and takes up a lot more space than a vertical storage system. However, even facilities with only 25 feet of height can begin seeing a return on investment by converting to a vertical WIP system. One of PARA's premier solutions are PREFEEDERs for top and bottom print flexo folder gluers and rotary die cutters. The PREFEEDER features a double head system. One head pushes a bundle into the machine, while the other head holds the sheet below it, preventing it from coming off the stack, skewing and jamming the machine. The elevator feature on the PREFEEDER solves a common production bottleneck during a load change on a high-speed machine. to reduce the risk of the finishing machine running out of paper before the next load is ready. The elevator lifts and suspends the bundle, allowing a new load to come in beneath it. The possibility of running the machine out of paper before the load change is greatly reduced, along with the need to stop production while waiting for the pre-feeder to catch up. Top feeding bundles get flipped and stacked. If this was for a bottom printer, we would not need this rotating device, and the product would just come in flat to the squaring device. This is not a tamper, but a true squarer with the power to ensure the stacks are neat and straight as they feed into the Flexo folder gluer or rotary die cutter. A laser-guided sensor mounted on the printing press controls the speed at which these sheets move down the line. The shingling can also be adjusted by the operator via an interface panel, so the shingles are laid out at an appropriate cadence based on paper quality and warp. In traditional feeding scenarios, an operator is required to stand next to the machine to catch the last sheet between every bundle as they fall into the hopper. If they didn't, the sheet would flip and jam the machine. With PARA's continuous shingle feature, there are no gaps to worry about, thus eliminating the need for a worker to stand by and monitor the line. Production can be monitored via the camera system, and jams can be addressed as one-offs before entering the machine. Everything on this pre-feeder is electric. There are no hydraulics or pits. While these technologies are standard to the industry, they require regular maintenance and can cause significant downtime if any major issues arise. The absence of high-maintenance equipment means less specialized labor, less tooling, and less injury, contributing to a safer working environment. PARA's stacker features unique overhead vacuum capabilities, making this format ideal for fast setup times and high-speed operation. Instead of laying sheets on top of the stacker belt, the vacuum suspends it under the belt to deliver it out of the machine. This alternative process allows any excess scrap to simply fall away rather than accumulate on top of the sheet. A sheet ejection system on this line can be integrated with a camera inside the die cutter. This way, if a bad print comes through, the machine can eject the sheet without stopping production. This setup does not enable multi-outs within the stacker, only afterwards in tandem with a breaker line. This reduces the likelihood of jams when doing multi-outs within a stacker. Everything is nicked together and comes through as one sheet, so you're only ever stacking a single sheet instead of multiple. Once the sheet transfers from the vacuum stacker, it moves into the hopper section to be bundled. Unlike traditional stackers, the PARA stacker only does bundles and is not set up to process full stacks. Full stacks can be built from these bundles at the end of the line. The biggest differentiator is that everything comes through as a single sheet to maximize production. The more boxes that can be moved through a single revolution of the die cutter with these larger sheets maximize efficiency and enable higher throughput. Once the bundle exits the back of the stacker, it moves toward the breaker, which drops down, squeezes the bundle, and breaks it in 2 or however many breaks are required for the particular order. The stack will make a U-turn out of the breaker, and like all PARA exit line equipment, the layers for the final load are made on the way to the palletizer. Each of these conveyors or pieces of equipment that you see in between a die cutter and the palletizer can be grouped to fit into one bay. Each machine has a specific function to either turn or flip the box, and in some instances, multiple turns are required. It's all determined by operator input, and when the order is finished running, this input can be saved for future use. The next installment on the exit line is called a satellite system. PARA designed this system to specifically perform the function of chimney stacking. Arranging the load in this way makes a final stack much more stable, acting as interlocking fingers holding the stack together. If the individual stacks were all facing the same direction all the way up, the stacks would be very unstable, and the process would have the tendency to create bottlenecks. In most situations, an operator is required to turn every single bundle in order to form that chimney shape. It's nearly impossible for a human to keep up with the very high speeds of modern converting equipment. PARA developed this system to keep up with today's high-speed machines and variable order types. Other manufacturers have load formers that form complete loads at the end of the line. As discussed earlier, the PARA Palletizer only places layers on the pallet as the layer has already been formed throughout the exit line. Some loads require a bottom sheet or a tie sheet to be put in between each one of these layers to help with stability for transit. The machine knows when to insert the bottom sheet or tie sheet from the details input manually by the operator. Similar to earlier in the process, these settings can be saved and reused for future orders. Throughout this process, the palletizer is constantly squaring the load, so when it comes out, it's so neat and precise it almost resembles a block of wood. The palletizers that PARA designs for folder gluers and die cutters are very similar. For rotary die cutters, PARA offers a standard width as well as a double wide output. This means that rather than overworking the machine, it can create 2 pallets in a single revolution, avoiding bottlenecks in production. These 2 full pallets will emerge from the back of this palletizer, and the conveyor will lift them up and separate them right down the middle before delivering it out to the main line. The double-wide version is also capable of producing loads equal to the full width of your RDC. The loads will now move from the palletizer to the pallet inserter, getting down to the end of the main line. The pallet inserter is fully automated and can handle most pallet sizes required for your production needs. It's rated at about 200 pallets per hour and has the capability to double stack pallets. Unlike other semi-automatic pallet inserting equipment, this is a fully automated process. The data entered into the ERP tells the machine the specific pallet size needed for the order coming down the line. The pallets are retrieved and delivered to the pallet inserter to be staged for the incoming order. Most high-volume plants could successfully function with a single pallet inserter. This fully automated process also frees up the need for labor, save ensuring that the pallet bays are appropriately stocked. Once the load is on the line, the machine delivers a pallet beneath it, and as it continues down the line, it receives a sheet topper as an optional add-on. The sheet topper could be made of anything that fits within the diameter of the machine, like corrugated, paper, aluminum, plywood, or any other material. What differentiates PARA from other competitors in the marketplace is a dedication to automation in the manufacturing space. From roll stock to shipping dock, each of the machines in the line requires little to no human interaction to function properly. The goal is not necessarily to eliminate labor, but to redirect labor to more useful jobs. In doing so, safety and efficiency is greatly improved in the manufacturing process.